All right, this leg day, unfortunately, is going to be a little different than what I was wanting it to be. You guys know I've been wanting to incorporate more stiff legged deadlifts and some harder exercises for my hamstrings. Um, but I made a note yesterday, close to the beginning of my workout, how the back of my heel and the bottom of it on my left foot, for some reason, the best way to describe it, I know it's going to sound probably weird, the best way to describe it is it just feels like someone took a hammer and just hit me one good time on my heel. That's what it feels like. It feels like a big bruise almost. It's like anytime I try to put pressure on it, it makes it pretty difficult to do anything. So, you're talking sissy squats, stiff-legged deadlifts. I'm gonna so what I think I'm gonna do is do 3-4 sets here on leg curls, do 3-4 sets on leg extensions, but I want to make all the sets that I do here extremely intense. Probably try and go beyond failure, like I've done a few times where I'll do a set, I'll stay laying in the machine, but I'll set the weight down, rest 10 to 20 seconds, and then I'll do an additional X amount of reps, however many more I can get. Kind of a way to, like I said, push beyond failure. So I might do that on every set on leg curls and leg extensions, just in case I can't do any kind of squatting or pressing today. I know I know the chances of me being able to do them, it's probably 50-50 right now. It's probably a toss up. I think my best bet of being able to do any kind of squat or press with my legs is trying to leg press. I think I can do the leg press in a way that's not going to hurt my heel too much. So I'm probably going to try it. But again, that's going to be at the very end. It'll be my last movement if I can. So again, just in case, I'm going to go crazy intense on leg curls and leg extensions. But I've done my cardio. Again, I'm still sticking with doing cardio before my leg training. I just think it's my best option. So, did 20 minutes. I got a really good sweat, warmed up. I think we're going to try this first set, see how it goes. Gotta try to get myself fired up here. Yeah, that's a sure fire way to make your sets way more intense. And as you guys can see, I only did 4 more. I only did 4 more than what I would have done had I not done that. For those 4 extra that I did, my hamstrings are burning so much. It kind of, like, again, it just takes it to the next level. And it's a good way to go beyond failure, If you can't tell it worked, just listen to how hard I'm breathing. You'd think I'd never fucking trained a day in my life breathing this hard. Whew. I'll throw the excuse in that I did cardio before this and my heart was somewhat still elevated. That's my excuse. Not a good one, but Oh God. Yeah, I think 3 more like that. Hamstrings would be thrashed. And I'll try to repeat that on leg extensions, and then we'll just go from there. Oh God. 2 sets in. Shit. My hamstrings are pretty thrashed already. But that's not going to stop us. That's not. But it does kind of raise a good question, in my opinion. And it's like, do you really need to squat? I consider a squat and a leg press the same thing, pretty much. It's a compound movement for your legs. So it's like, do you really need to squat or leg press to get big legs? Honestly, I think, just my opinion, I think you do. Maybe not as much as what some people like. I'll see some. It's the same thing with chest. You know what I mean? Bench press. It's like, do you need a bench press to get a big chest? I think so, but maybe not as much as what I see some people do. I'll see some guys come in here. They'll do 3-4 sets of flat bench, and then they'll go do 3-4 sets of incline bench, and then sometimes I'll even see guys do decline, and it's like, that's kind of, in my opinion, that's too much. It's a lot of the same stimulus, just different parts of your chest, but it's the same motion. You know what I mean? A lot of elbow flexion. You're using a lot of triceps and shoulders to help. So it's like, where's the isolation work? Where's the chest flies and stuff like that? Chest dips even. So I don't know. I mean, it's really to each their own. It's a personal preference probably more than anything. But honestly, I feel like it needs to be a good, healthy balance of both. You guys know, if anyone wants to watch my videos, I'll come in on chest day, do 1 to 2 heavy sets for strength, anywhere from usually 4 to 7 reps. I don't go anything under 4 much anymore, but I might occasionally. But you guys know what I mean. So, and then after that, everything else is basically isolation and bodybuilding style training. But it's a good balance. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like you do need some squats and leg presses. But again, like I said, my advice would be maybe not as much as you think. If you throw in 1 to 3 good sets of squat, and I mean good ones, not one of those sets where the guy racks the bar and you're watching. It's like, dude, you had at least 3 more, if not more. And not one of those sets. The kind of sets where you're basically gassed, you're done. If you tried another one, chances are you'd fail. Those kind of sets, you do 1 to 3 good sets like that. That's really all you need, in my opinion. And but that doesn't mean you can't do a different variation. you know. But I just think in terms of like heavy stuff, 1 to 3 sets is good. And that's how I treat my compound stuff, my squats and my bench. But like I said, that doesn't mean you can't do different variation, different tempo, maybe a little slower. You lighten the weight, focus on 10 to 15 reps rather than 3 to 7. You can throw those in too. Just don't make everything, you know, so heavy all the time, and don't kind of oversaturate your workouts with a lot of the same stuff, just with a little different twist on it, maybe. You've got to have some isolation work, like with what I'm doing right now. But anyways, I think I've been so long-winded with that. We can go ahead and do the third set. All right, yep, let's do one more here. I think we'll be good to move on. Yep, that was good. Let's move on. Okay, so when I'm doing these, I'm really trying to focus on the contraction. I've said before, I focus on the stretch under load so much that I feel like lately I've been kind of losing sight of actually contracting as hard as I can. I mean, ideally, you obviously want to focus on both, but I feel like I was too hyper focused on getting that good stretch that again I kind of just lost sight of actually contracting really hard. So that's kind of what I'm focused on right here. Again, I'm focused on both, but you guys know what I mean. It's a little more of an emphasis to actually fully contract and make that one of my main points of emphasis right now. All right, one down, three to go. Okay, my quads are fucked. There's no other way to put it. Trying these sets of leg press next, it's going to be pretty difficult. So I probably just need to let my quads kind of calm down a little bit. Give me like 5 minutes. And then again, I'll even see if I can do them. I don't know. See how my foot feels as I start progressing up in weight. Okay, I will say the warm-ups actually felt pretty good. I was pushing a little more through my toes. I brought my feet a little lower, so I'm using more quads, and so there's not as much pressure on my mid foot and my heel, and it felt pretty good. So I think I have 11 plates on each side. What I'm gonna do is pretty much every time I do leg press, this is how I do it. But just to kind of reiterate, I'll go down, pause like a half second at the bottom, and then make sure I flex it up, and I don't let momentum. I don't use a lot of momentum to press the weight because I want to make sure I'm using my muscles as much as I can. Keep good tension on them. I'll probably only do 2 sets. I did 4 sets each on leg curls and leg extensions, so I see myself only doing 2 sets here. And honestly, I'll probably do what I did on the other two. I'll do as many as I can. Um, Stop, rest like 15, 20 seconds, and then try to get an additional however many I can. So that's the plan. Dude, these pants are too tight. I just bought these pants like, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, and they're already getting tight, which is cool. But it's like, my God, I got to buy another pair, I think. So hopefully they don't rip like they did yesterday on here. Okay, I only got 2 more, but the 2 extra that I got were well worth it, honestly. That was really intense. I might not have expressed it. Dude, my legs are on fire. I think one more set like that, be good leg day. Round two, and what's probably going to be the final round of this workout. Oh shit. That's it. That is it for today's leg day. Now here comes the hardest part, ironically, of the whole leg workout, which is putting all these plates back with your legs being jello. It's not fun. Not fun at all. I'll probably need a good 5 or 10 minutes after I do that before I even attempt to pose. That's what's next. We'll pose after this. All right. Just like I predicted, putting all those plates back was tough, but I kind of found a way to make it not as difficult, which is basically sliding them off, and just throwing them close to the dumbbell or the plate rack. Slide them off and just throwing them all over there, all 11 on each side, and then putting them on. It was a lot easier than taking a couple at a time, walking them over there, and just walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But anyways, yeah, pretty good leg day, and my foot actually doesn't feel that bad. So I think, or I know, this is actually pretty good. My quads are on freaking fire. So let's just drop the pants and we'll do some leg posing. I think we're done, man. Not much to leg posing, really. I mean, I could take my shirt off and do like an abs and thigh and get a little more precise with it, but honestly, I just don't feel like trying to get the shirt off. It is soaked and stuck to me at the moment. So, yeah, I think we are done. All right. You know what that means? Tomorrow, we are back for some chest. And I'll probably do what I did Tuesday on back and biceps. I'll probably just do one exercise of triceps, a good 3 or 4 sets with a couple of straight continuous drop sets on the final one. And that'll probably be it for triceps. It'll be a lot of chest focused stuff. So pretty short and sweet, man. Let's get out of here. I'm ready. I'm ready to go get my first meal, and it's 3:30. So by the time I get home and cook, it'll be about 4 o'clock before I get my first meal of the day. Pretty crazy. But I actually feel it's so weird because, food is a source of energy. It's supposed to give you energy. It's like gasoline for a car. It's what provides the fuel, keeps you going. Well, I'm eating in a condensed time period. I'm only eating about a 6-7 hour period of the day, and I'm eating less. I'm still probably around 2,000 calories ish, around 200 grams of protein. I'd like to get that up, my protein, but considering I'm low on all of that and I'm doing intermittent fasting, my energy levels are actually improving, which is weird. So I'm definitely going to continue this for as long as it feels good. Probably the whole duration of the rest of the cut, another 10 weeks. Um, feels good. So we'll keep it going, but we'll be back tomorrow for chest and a little bit of triceps.